following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbb-radio.com.
Tee It Up with Phil and Cindy's podcast.
Hey, welcome to Tee It Up with Phil and Cindy. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Philly.
We're doing another one.
Another great one.
And we're live on TikTok.
Live on TikTok.
Courtesy of Cindy's phone.
That's right. That's right. Yep. Make sure you subscribe to Tee It Up with Phil and Cindy on
That's
YouTube.
Right.
Yep.
Subscribe, follow. It's all free.
Yep.
We love to have
My favorite
you.
F word, Phil.
And we always have the best guest.
Always the best guest. We have another amazing guest.
Jordan Imiola. Hi, Jordan.
Jordan.
What's up? How are you today?
Pretty good.
Welcome.
We're going to talk about so many things.
So many things.
But we're just, before I do your bio, thank you for having us both.
Of course.
In Aaron and Abby's Adventure. See it, it's the Father's Day episode.
Yep. We'll put the link on. A great series on YouTube.
It was
great series.
It is a great series. But before we get into questions, we're going to just do a little bio. Jordan Imiola is an award-winning screenwriter, showrunner, and screenwriting coach for more than 35 produced writing projects.
Wow.
Yep.
He is the creator and head writer of the comedy series Romantically Hopeless, Monster Therapy, Sports TV, and Aaron and Abby's Adventures.
Woo woo!
Filmed in Buffalo.
A
Philly.
romantic comedy sitcom currently filmed in Buffalo that features Cindy and I, and Tony Grande, and what's Mickey's last?
Mickey Remay.
Mickey Remay.
Yep.
And
Former
Phil,
Rockette.
And Phil Petrano, right?
Petrano, yeah.
That's how you pronounce
Philly.
his name.
My other
And
Philly.
who we're going to try and have on too.
Yes.
And an inaugural graduate of Buff State's television and film arts program. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I knew that. Yeah.
I don't want to say, is that ancient? Is that long?
Wait, that was you were the first.
I was in the first year, yeah.
I remember you told me that.
So I was in the only, there was 5 of us who graduated first, and I was one of the 5. And we
No
all moved to
kidding.
LA. We all moved to LA like 2 weeks afterwards.
Jordan became the first student in the university's history to be nominated for the WGA Michael Collyer Fellowship. Shortly after graduating, he moved to Los Angeles, where he worked with companies including 20th Century Fox, MarVista Entertainment, and Walt Disney. During the 2020 pandemic, Jordan wrote and directed an award-winning feature Zoom comedy, Christmas Staycation, now streaming on Tubi. And his most recent wedding comedy, which I saw, and I love this film.
Thank you for coming to the premiere.
It was really funny. A recent wedding comedy feature film, Love at First Spite. And that is streaming on Amazon.
Wow.
In addition to writing and producing, Jordan has sold multiple screenplays, ghostwritten for production companies, and mentors writers of all experience levels. He is also the host of the podcast Screenwriters Talk Screenwriting. Jordan, welcome to Tee It Up.
Jordan does everything. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
How'd you have time to come here, Jordan? Oh my Lord. Wow.
It's good to see you, and we're glad that you're here with Cindy and I.
So glad.
Thank you for having me.
The first question, let's go back. Talk to us about when you graduated high school.
Yeah.
Did you always want to go to be into TV and film?
Kind of, yeah. I think I started making short films when I was like 12, 13. I asked for a camcorder for one Christmas, and I just would shoot. I would make my cousins who were like 2 to 4 just like be in these short films, and make my family do this.
Forced family fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would sometimes star in them. Sometimes I'd make my cousins star in them.
Yeah.
Just had a lot of fun doing that. I was always like a huge movie buff. I really got into Charlie Chaplin when I was a teenager too. So I loved comedy's my thing. So I loved comedy. And then, and when I went to college, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I ended up at Buff State. I was a communications major, and I took a TV writing course, and I was really good at it. And I loved it. I loved writing for TV. And then this new program from Buff State Television Film Arts was just starting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and you had to apply by writing like a paragraph, submit a short film. And all this stuff, and I submitted it, and I was one of the 15 students who got into the first class, And then, and then I just kept writing screenplays. I wrote a screenplay before that. I took a course there on how to write a screenplay, but I wrote a screenplay before that, like during the summer, and then just kept writing nonstop ever since.
So now you told me that one of your teachers or professors told your entire graduating class that you had to move.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because, like,
Sure.
obviously we're in Buffalo,
Yeah.
Western New York, but they didn't want you to stay around here.
And what year was this?
This was,
if you want to say.
I graduated December 2009 is when I graduated. And I was a junior. I think I got accepted when I was a junior. And pretty much there was 5 of us who were all juniors or seniors. And he pushed all 5 of us. The other 10 were like sophomores, so they had a little more time. But he knew we were all graduating December 2009 because like there was new classes.
Yeah.
And those new classes were in that fall. So, he pretty much, 2009, he was like, you were all getting internships during the summer, and then you're all going to move to LA in January 2010. So I got an internship at 20th Century Fox. One of my
Now,
friends,
did you get that on your own, or did your professor help set that up?
So I got it on my own, but he taught us how. It was pretty much like sending emails to like a ton of emails to all these people. And there was a thing called the Hollywood Creative Directory at the time, which was like a way to find emails.
Yeah.
So I must have emailed probably like 10 people at Fox.
Wow.
And this one guy responded back to me. I was like looking for an internship. Actually, I think I was, me and my 4 friends all decided to do a spring break in LA. So we went from Buffalo to LA and then drove all the way back. Stopped by the Grand Canyon and Vegas and all that. But yeah, we were, I think I asked for like a general meeting at first. I was like, hey, I'm coming to LA for like 5 days. Is there anyone I can meet in these 5 days? And I sent this email to 10 different people at Fox. I think one person got back to me and he was like, yeah, come by to the studio. So I met him for like 10 seconds and he was like, meet this other person. She has an internship opportunity.
Wow.
So I barely remember this guy, but he like changed my life. So I talked to my this woman named Beatrice, super nice, and she was like kind of in the marketing department. She'd make promos for like 24 and The Simpsons, and So You Think You Can Dance, and Glee was just becoming a thing.
Wow.
So I met with her, and she showed me around the marketing department. We talked for like an hour. And then at the end of the hour, I was just asking her questions on staff about working in the industry. I mean, I think I was like 21, 22 at the time. And then at the end of the hour, she's like, hey, like I do need an internship. And she was like, but I don't want to put in the work for looking for one. Do you want to just come in here during the summer? And I was like, yes.
Wow. So it just it kind of fell in your lap after me. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also we did the same thing with New York City and LA. I think we went to New York City in like December 2008 or something, 2009. So I tried getting internships with both LA and New York, and it was just like a hustle, and it was sending letters out and emails out. So I had several meetings. I got to like go in New York. I remember I got to stand where SNL is, like the stage of SNL. I met with someone, I think it was like Bravo or something. But definitely the Fox internship was like the best one offered. I think I might have got like 2 or 3 more offers. But I was like, yeah, I'll work for Fox, 20th Century Fox. And it was really cool. It was like,
this is in LA now.
Yeah. So this was the summer before I graduated. All 5 of us moved to LA for like 4 months, spent all the money I saved up working at Cecilia's restaurant on Elmwood. I worked there for a little bit, and spent all my money. With the internship was free too, by the way. Like we weren't getting paid.
I was going to ask, was it a paid
it was
internship?
Not. And I think now a lot of internships are paid, but back then no. Like this was completely free.
So you did no housing or anything like that?
No, I had to get like this housing. My teacher actually recommended it. It was like everything was furnished, and they had a pool and a hot tub. I think it was like maybe $1,400 a month. And if you ever watch the TV series Love, it's where they filmed that series. But pretty much like it was this, you pay for 3 months of rent, and then you pretty much tell them I have an internship,
right? And
they supply the housing for you.
So did all the kids you graduated with move in with you?
No, one of them I shared a room with that summer in that place I re-rented, and then another 2 had like a back house of like someone had a pool, and it was like the pool house they rented.
Wow.
And then my other friend, I think he moved somewhere else. I can't remember, but he also had an internship. This was so long ago.
So you spent 3 you spent 3 months at the internship at Fox.
Yep.
And then when you were done with then what happened after that?
So then was
it a good experience?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just great to be on the studio lot. Glee was like just coming out, so we did a lot less for Glee. 24 was a big thing. I remember one of my assignments was like watch the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons and mark down whenever Homer says dough, because it was like the 30th anniversary of The Simpsons or 20th, whatever it was. So it was a lot of like
Wow.
like Fox shows.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really cool. And then
Did you meet a lot of people? Like
Yeah.
a lot of stars, a lot of like, or not too many.
Not too much. Like we weren't really supposed to talk to the stars. 'Cause we
Yeah.
were like interns, but
Yeah.
like I think I remember seeing like that guy from that '70s show who plays Eric. I remember him walking on set. I remember this was the first year that Fox beat CBS in like the network things.
Yeah.
So we had this big party in Santa Monica. And so you could like see some stars like walk by because
Yeah.
like, Fox made a big deal because like, CBS was always number one in the
Right,
ratings.
right,
This was
right.
the one year we got them. So yeah, I didn't really talk to a bunch of them, but yeah,
Yeah.
I met a bunch of other interns though across the across.
So you made some good connections, right?
So
Yeah.
you were there for how long?
So I was in there. I was that summer. I was there for like 3.5 months, and then went back to Buff State for my last semester because there was like 2 other classes I still needed to get the TFA graduating. So I went back for September '09 to December '09, and I worked at that hotel on Delaware that was new, and it's not new at the time. But like I always had part-time jobs.
Yeah.
Just to make rent, and and then went to Buff State, took those classes, then graduated December 2009, and all 5 of us were like, okay, we're going back to January 2010. And I didn't have a job for 2 months, and then my old boss at Fox, he was like, hey, do you want to come back? There's another department that needs someone who works there. So luckily she helped me get a job at Fox.
So you moved back and then moved back out.
Yeah, so I was there
Okay.
permanent. I was there
Yeah.
permanently for 12 years, from 2010.
And when
to
you went back, that was a
2022.
paid one?
Yes, that was
second-
paid. Yeah.
So you got a little money
I
going
couldn't.
back.
I couldn't do any more. Actually, I did end up doing another free internship, but it was like writing specific, and it was for a management company in Beverly Hills. That was like a 1.5 years later. But no, when I got paid for I interned with Fox for free, and then I eventually got a job there. So my boss recommended me.
So you stayed out in LA for
12 years.
12 years
Yeah.
doing screenwriting.
Always, yeah. If my jobs weren't screenwriting related, I was always writing nonstop. And
Were you writing for shows or what was the job?
Usually, sometimes I sold some movies. I've optioned. There's a thing called optioning and selling screenplays. And an optioning is like production company pays you 10% of some money, where they have the rights for like 1.5 years to make the movie.
Oh,
It's
okay.
usually a movie. And if they don't, the rights go back to you and you can go somewhere else with it.
Oh.
So I've done that a bunch. And then selling is when you get the other 90%, and that's like life changing. And
Right.
it's not as it doesn't happen as much as optioning, but it's
So that's
awesome.
got to be extremely difficult.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I think with being a writer, like write all the time. If you're gonna be a writer, you need to write all the time. So I would write like 3-4 movies a year, every year. So I have like 40 movies now. I've written 12 TV pilots. I've
Wow.
done specs for like, because sometimes there's like the Disney Fellowship, or a lot of these big NBC on The Verge has like this fellowship. So I'd always apply for fellowships, and sometimes they want a spec. And a spec is when you write an episode of a TV show that's already existing. So I was like a huge fan of Broad City, so I wrote like a spec episode of Broad City. When the Goldbergs came out, I wrote a spec episode of the Goldbergs. What else? 30 Rock.
So
Always
now
Sunny in
did those get
Philadelphia.
picked up?
No, but they did help me get me like I got a manager and an agent. They are good, because you can't really, unless the show buys that script,
Right.
You can't really like sell them because it's someone else's property pretty much. But I have like
okay.
Because you use their characters and things like that. Right.
Yeah, but I have written a lot of like I've made my own series a lot of time. Those have been like Aaron and Abby's Adventures.
Yeah.
That's like a rom-com series we shoot in Buffalo. I made a bunch of those in LA with like actors in LA. And those are also kind of good calling cards because they're like 4-minute things. Like people just watch them on YouTube.
Right.
Get a sense of like what you write. So I've gotten jobs from that too, because people are like, oh, I watched your series. Like, okay, like Monster Therapy, for example, is Monsters in Marriage Therapy. So it's like Jason Voorhees and his wife wants him to buy a new hockey mask at like Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. It's pure comedy.
Yeah.
But that helps me like get me like helps like people.
So people were watching it.
Yeah, people watch those
And
and
then
go,
said, "Hey, I like it."
This guy can write horror comedy. Let me bring
Right,
him on board for
right.
this. Or I ghost in a lot of things, so they see me and they go, "Oh, I want I'm really good at comedy, family comedy, horror comedy, romance comedy.
Yeah,
So like anything
yeah.
comedy wise, I can do.
So what has anything been on that we would know that in the past that like on any of these networks that have
Well,
made
you've seen
it?
Love at First Sight, which is
Right,
one of my
I
favorite
definitely
things.
seen that. We're going to
Yeah.
talk about that one.
Yeah.
Was
Other-
that a feature film?
Yep, that's a
Yeah,
feature.
that's
Yeah,
a feature.
okay,
We'll
I've
talk
heard of
about
that,
that.
yeah.
But I'm saying any of the like your episodic things or any of your ghostwriting things, did they make it to?
I can't talk about the ghostwriting thing.
Ah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a secret. He can't-
It's a
Because you're ghostwriting.
Yeah. So I literally can't take
You
like.
can't.
Any
Okay.
credit, no
No, I
credit.
can't even say
Does
anything
that
much about
suck though? Like
No,
at times,
because
no.
it's a job, and
Yeah.
I love writing. Like I literally love that. Like my job right now is like to open up Writer Duet every day and like see my script writing software. And like when I'm in my flow and I'm writing, like I love going to I go to Spot Coffee Elmwood at least twice a week, and like when I'm writing there for like 3 hours, I just feel good.
So you're
And I
doing
love-
this as a full-time
Yeah.
job now.
I'm either writing or I'm teaching people how to write. I'm like also a screenwriting coach. So like one of my clients is Cheryl Chase. She's the voice of Angelica Pickles from Rugrats. So
What,
like,
Jordan?
yeah, so I help a lot of actors.
Is this
also
the
write their own
table read
stuff.
we're going to be doing?
No.
Oh,
no, that's
okay.
someone. That's another client of mine. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I help people. I ghostwrite, but I also help people teach them how to write and
Right.
like give them deadlines and accountability and make sure. Because like once you get into writing, screenwriting, like it's not that hard. I think the hardest part. I was explaining this last week is like just doing it. It's like going to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to go to the gym. but,
Right,
like, getting ready
right.
is kind of the hardest part. Once you're there, like fine, I'll work out.
Yeah. It's
But-
getting in the groove.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
keeping to obviously a schedule, I would
Yes.
think. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because if no one pushes me, I sit my ass on the couch and I don't move.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, Phil and I did Aaron and Abby's Adventure. That
Yeah.
is a series you started a year ago
I started
on
that,
YouTube.
I started in last December, so like 7 months ago.
Okay, 7 months ago.
Yeah.
Now, I think the shocking part for me was that you did this all on your iPhone.
Yep.
When I was talking to Phil about it,
Yep.
I
No one knows.
I
Someone can tell.
just can't believe that, like, and I know Phil and I want to be, we want to act, right? All the time. We're actors. We want to act. We've always been told, do your own thing. You
Yep.
got to get out there and do your own thing.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing. Can you, like, I mean, even for younger people starting out, or even for like us, old people, right?
Yeah.
Phil, like, talk a little bit about how you got your phone out and you came up with this. It's amazing.
It is real, and the
Yeah.
production
It is
quality
just,
is
it's
yeah.
off the
the
chain.
production quality is really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Talk about
Yeah.
how, like, because no one's going to come to us, right? Like, well, I mean, they might,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I came
that's
to you guys for those roles.
right. You came to us, but I mean, it's few and far between. So if you don't do your own stuff, and I know you were telling me about this series that somebody did on
Yeah.
YouTube, and then someone came along and bought. Can you talk about?
Oh, Broad City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how because it's not just Aaron and Abby's Adventures
Yeah.
that you've done this with. So can you talk about why you're doing it? And,
Sure.
and for the people that are like us, or even like at our acting studio,
Right.
you got to get out there and you got to do your own thing. Talk
Yeah.
about how you do, and it just slays me that this is done on a
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah. So I got it's an iPhone 17. I bought the newest one because I knew I was doing this. So I made sure I wanted to get the newest one. I call it the Josh Allen iPhone because it's 17.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think like 4 or 5 years ago, I was doing a sketch show. We all would write our own sketch comedy, and then I was debating how to shoot it, and my friend was like, "Just use your phone." And I was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "As long as you're close, like the mic will pick it up." And like phones are now so good.
So
like the past
good.
5-6 years, phones have been so good. Even if it's not 17, 16, 15, whatever. Phones are so good. As long as you're close, the mic will pick it up, and it's pretty good. If you do need, like for Aaron and Abby's Adventures, I buy little mics that like I put to the bottom of my phone. There's a little thing I put on the back bottom of my phone, and then I have mics that go on the
Yeah.
actors. And even that's like $100. So it's an iPhone, and then my mics for $100.
Yeah.
Now that's it. And then I use DaVinci Resolve, which is a free editing software. I was paying. There's other editing software out there like Adobe Premiere, and that's like $60 a month. I had that for years, and then I got DaVinci for free, and I was like, why am I paying for Adobe?
Right.
Now, is this to color grade it, or is this for sound?
It's mostly for editing. It's just
editing.
cutting
Oh,
certain
okay.
takes.
Oh, so
Yeah.
like I use CapCuts, but DaVinci's free.
Yeah,
It's
DaVinci's
free.
free.
Oh, what? I'm paying for CapCuts.
No, yeah. Yeah, use
DaVinci's
DaVinci.
free.
Yeah.
Free.
And it's just like the more you do it on your phone, the more you learn how to
Exactly.
do it. So these sketches I was doing like 4 or 5 years ago, they're all like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So even if I make a mistake, like it's on my phone, I can just re-record it.
Right.
It's super easy.
Right.
So I started doing sketches on my phone 4 or 5 years ago, and then I shot every 48 I've done for the past like 4 years to do it on my phone.
Are you doing the 48 this year?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you do the 48 on your phone?
Yep. Yep. Again, no one knows unless you tell them.
Are you kidding me?
No. I have an editor too. Our editor's amazing, Maya. She's such a good editor. So she always does like, I sometimes edit like a little bit towards the end, but she usually does the first cuts, second cuts. Like I'll give her. And what's cool about a phone too is like when you're filming on your phone, you guys have seen me. Like I'll be like, okay, scene 1, take 1. And the best takes you favorite. It's like a photo. You favorite your favorite photos. So those go in an album that's like your favorites. So I always send her the favorites first. Those are my favorite takes.
Right.
And usually she can make something instead of
That's
sending her
smart.
all these takes.
And then you're overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, these are the best ones. You can work with these ones.
Wow.
And when I'm watching like after she sends me the first cut, the assembly cut. If there's like a certain take, I'm like, I don't know. Then I'll look through the other takes and be like, replace it with this one.
Yeah.
And I just give her the number. I'll like upload it, and it says like whatever 3, 6, 7, 8, and I'll be like, use that one instead when Tony says this line.
Right.
So yeah, the phones are super easy, and you can. I love that it's like not heavy equipment. You usually we film at Chick-fil-A Country Club. We filmed at all these places on Elmwood, and going there and telling people like, hey, we're just gonna shoot in our film. You're not being obtrusive,
right?
Like you're just like they can still have employees, and sometimes customers go like, hey, what are you shooting? But
right.
Usually when you're on your phone, people are just like, oh, they're taking a picture.
Yeah, right.
Let me just say, you picked a really good spot.
Yeah.
For this last one, I've seen the other ones; they've all been tremendous. The one with
beautiful quality.
The Mother's Day one is hilarious.
I told you. I wanted to go to the Ryan Gosling Mother's Day Marathon at the Flix Theater.
We can watch his movies anytime.
We can see this fire anytime. It's eternal.
Mom, we've lived our entire lives in Buffalo without experiencing
What's that called?
the
eternal flame.
flame.
Oh, yeah.
Like
it's a natural phenomenon.
Like it was a beautiful day. I mean, you got lucky.
Yeah.
But the sky, the colors, everything was
it comes
the
out
sound.
just wonderful. I mean, you're watching, and I've watched a number of these, the Aaron and Abby's adventures, and the quality is just unbelievable.
It's crazy.
And the way that you had everything organized, I will say, but you had great actors.
I
there,
can't
too.
believe you booked Father's Day at a place that has skee-ball.
Hey, Dad. Wow. Dad, please don't be upset.
This is...
Look, Dad, I'm really sorry.
Sorry about what? This is amazing.
Well, and it was
Yes.
very well written. That helps.
I said that to Cindy. It was really well written. It's really well written.
Yeah.
And it was funny because when you sent me the email and said, these things and what's your hobbies and I wrote into you. But when we play golf, we play in like 3 hours. Like we fire through it, and you wrote it right into the script.
You hate golfing with us?
You're all terrible. When I play golf with my friends, we're out there for 3 hours. But when I play golf with my family, it feels like 3 years.
Because I never golfed. I'm like, Phil, how long is it golf?
Right.
Normally,
And
it's a certain time, but when we play, we're done. We're out of there.
But I actually thought the Cheektowaga, when you said Cheektowaga Country Club, I thought it was an actual country club. When I saw the outside of the building, I was like, what the hell is this?
And let me just remind everybody, we're going live on TikTok. This is Teed Up with Phil and Cindy.
Yeah.
And go to this adventure, Aaron and Abby's Adventures. The shot that I love the most, I'm going to tell you,
he said this
is
before.
after they're on the couch and they talk about where to golf this year.
Yeah.
And Abby tells Aaron, well, I know this Cheektowaga Country Club, right?
Yeah.
The shot from behind them in the parking lot with no cars and they're looking at it is the funniest thing. Because you go right to it and you have that little bit of music in there.
Yep.
It is
It is-
hilarious.
it is.
And I was like, oh my God, I love that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next shot is their face is going.
It's a great series.
It's really done well.
So now we're like, I know we talked about this. So now you did this, and what's your hopes
Okay.
of all of these series that
Yeah.
you've done?
So I think with Aaron and Abby's Adventures, like it kind of worked out. Like I wrote 3 short films from these 2 characters in December because my friend just loves doing Christmas decorations. So they started out as Christmas films, but then Mickey and Tony are so good, and I was like, what if I made it like a holiday thing? So we have other holiday episodes. But my
So
hope,
that's how it started.
yeah, it started.
Yeah,
It
okay.
started because my friend just loves doing Christmas decorations. He does
Yeah.
all these. He always has a Christmas party, and I just went to his house. And I was like, "Can I shoot a short film here? Because your house is amazing."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, go for it." So I thought of the idea of like it started off as like, what if this girl was trying to find a roommate and moves in with this guy and doesn't know that he's obsessed with Christmas decorations.
Right.
So when she moves in, it's like decked out.
Right,
He's like-
right.
So that's the first episode, and then they also like kind of just, they fall in love a little bit more every episode.
I
but-
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my hope is what Broad City did. I loved Broad City.
Now tell everyone who Broad City
So
is.
Broad City was a show. It started in 2014 on Comedy Central, and I had my favorite show of my 20s. It's still one of my top 5 favorite shows, and it started off as a series like Aaron and Abby's Adventures. They would do 2 to 5
On
minute episodes.
YouTube?
Yep, on
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah. So Aaron and Abby's Adventures is on YouTube.com/FunnyBuffalo. Funny Buffalo Films is my production company. But yeah, Broad City had 2 characters. Abby Jacobson and Alana Glazer, and Abby's kind of Abby Jacobson is awesome, and I took the name Abby kind of comes from her, even though it's spelled different.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think of names for these 2
Right.
characters, and at first they were like Holly and Nick or Christmassy, but I was like,
Yeah.
I can't use these if it's going to be Valentine's.
Right,
episode
right,
or
right,
whatever.
right.
So, but yeah, Broad City was a series for like 2 years. They did like 2 to 5 minute episodes. They did like 20 episodes, and then it kind of caught on more and more. And Amy Poehler eventually joined like the last episode of season 2.
Now, because she would watch it,
Yeah.
and she loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like huge. Amy Poehler's huge.
Yes, exactly.
Like
yeah.
to come in and do one of those episodes. So obviously after that, it took
yeah.
off.
Yeah, Amy Poehler sent it to Comedy Central, and then they wrote it for Comedy Central, and then it became like Comedy Central's like best show. I remember it premiered. My friend Kyle and I were like Abby and Alana, and he's like, "You gotta watch the show." He's like, "If we were girls, we would be these 2 characters." And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so
Yeah.
we watched it, and like we would every season premiere we'd watch it, get together, and it was on for 5 years, 2014 to 2019, and it's just a really unique, funny 2 character show.
Yeah.
And it was started off as a web series and then became a TV show.
Wow.
That's what I want to do with Aaron and Abby's Adventures. Like, what I hope is to keep it with Tony and Mickey, do a lot more of these maybe for the next year and a half, get it big. It's growing more and more too. People are
Right.
ignoring it.
And it's good family
Yeah.
fun.
It's really
so
fun.
it's not
Yeah.
like it's like anybody any age could watch it. That's what I really like about it, because there's really not too many shows like that
You
Yeah.
mean I didn't swear at all in that last
No,
episode?
I love to swear too.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
We were.
I
Oh,
didn't.
you just did. Those are on the outtakes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Those are all on the outtakes.
Yeah.
Shit! Are you kidding me? I missed that line.
So you're hoping that because I'm sure you
Mm-hmm.
have connections too, and people watch your stuff because they know you. So you're hoping maybe
Yeah.
this gets picked up possibly.
Exactly. Like maybe Peacock picks it up, or Amy Poehler or Tina Fey's company, or whatever company. Like you said, it's clean. It's only got 2 characters. I want to make it kind of like the next Man About You. And I keep telling Tony he's gonna win multiple Emmys.
Yeah.
And Mickey too.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, we're winning one Emmy. I'm like, no man, we're
Yeah.
winning multiple Emmys.
Yeah,
Like,
Let me put it
Big
this
dream.
way.
Well, I'm waiting for their big wedding, like on the Housewives. They always they have those huge weddings.
God.
And it's a total disaster.
Like a Tony and
Until they
Tina's wedding?
Until they get to the altar, then everything works out.
Let me
I'm
just
waiting
put it
for
this
that
way.
episode.
They could just be the dad and be like the Jerry Stiller dad.
Yeah.
So, but you're introducing. It seems like every episode you do now, you start to incorporate other characters in a little bit.
Yeah, a
to
little
the
bit.
show.
You've introduced a few characters here and there.
And some,
Yeah.
like really, it comes down to like writing is the most important thing to me. Like you need a good story. I make sure every Aaron and Eva's Adventures has like a clear Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Even if you don't like Act 1's a minute, Act 3's a minute, and Act 2 could be 4 minutes. But I've written like there's a lot of scripts I write and I try, and sometimes I'll have Mickey and Tony do them. And like there's an April Fool's one, but like I wrote one time that was really funny, but it didn't have heart. And so we were like, let's not do the April Fool's one. So we might
Right.
try it again next year.
Right.
But a lot of it is like testing out and seeing which ones work.
So you have to have always, and I've seen this so much online. You have to have 3 parts, right? Like Act 1, like you said, Act 2.
Yep, 3
and
acts.
3 acts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
That's
every
important.
story is important. Yeah, because it's like when I say a movie and I can't tell what the story is, I'm like I'm bored. But like
Yeah.
when there's a clear story, it engages you the entire time.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of like people don't know all the rewriting I do. There's a lot of rewriting. Like the Father's Day one too. Like initially I had Aaron's ex-girlfriend be part of it, and I did a table read with it, and it was too convoluted. So then I was like, I need another Father's Day episode idea, and that's when I emailed you, and I'm like, what's your hobby? And you're like, I
Yeah.
love golf,
Right.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, golfing. Hey, Chick-to-Waga Country Club.
Right.
Well, it was so
Wow.
funny. But my question is, it goes back to the table read.
I was just
When
gonna
you
say
were
too,
going to
yeah.
do, because we just did one, and I'm going to talk to you about that off the air
Yeah.
later on about what I've written. But when you hear it,
Yes.
and I said this, and I said it to Cindy and a few others after we did it, the table read for something I wrote. I went, yeah, it doesn't fit here and there. Is
Yeah.
that what happens at your table
Oh, yeah.
all the time?
Oh, yeah. I love table
because even
reads.
though you're reading it yourself over and over and
Yeah.
over again,
To hear it out
but
loud.
to hear it out loud from the actual
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah, you can definitely get like you get burnt out just doing it by yourself, but also like you think one thing, and then when you hear it out loud, you're like, wow, that person's talking too much, or like there's too
Right.
much action, or
Right.
like
Or not enough.
yeah, or sometimes not enough. Yeah, and like I do table reads for every script I do. Mickey and Tony are usually there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I make sure the jokes work. If there's jokes that don't work, I'll either try to do a joke pitch pass and like make them better, or I just take the jokes out altogether. But yeah, I always do a table read for everything because it tells you every time I finish a script, it tells you like what's working, what's not working, and then anything that's not working, you rewrite and make it better.
Yeah. Wow. And then do you do a shot list along with that?
I don't do a shot. So for Aaron and Ever's Adventures, I don't do a shot list. But I do usually scout the location first. And so the Chick-to-Waga Country Club we filmed on a Sunday. I was there that Tuesday.
Oh,
And
and
I
it was
had
like
my
crazy
phone.
busy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't that bad
Yeah.
that Tuesday. But I still just like go there by myself and I just kind of film. Okay, like there's 2 doors for the Chick-to-Waga Country Club, and I was like, which one's a better looking door? And the one on the left, which we didn't go to, was like too flat on my phone. But the one that we did film at like had a lot of stuff going on, and like I love that like Tony has the shot with all the arcade games behind him.
Right,
Like, this is a
yeah.
country club. Yeah, I usually go to this location first, kind of scout it out. But because we shoot it on my phone, like I'm not having a big camera, like it's kind of easy to move. So
Yeah.
if the shot doesn't work. And this happens as well. I'll film something and I'm like, it doesn't look great, so maybe
Right.
go over here.
Yeah.
Or I'll tell the actor to cheat to me a little bit. Or
Right.
like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, and I'm not really like when this becomes a series, I don't want to direct. I want like Tina Fey. She just directed her first thing for 4 seasons, like 2 months ago, whenever it came out. But like 30 Rock, she didn't direct at all. As a showrunner, I just want to write and make sure the scripts are in top-notch condition and do the table reads.
And then have someone else.
Why
someone
wouldn't you
else
want
direct
to? Why wouldn't you want to
direct because
interpret your own stuff? Isn't that the director interpreting your?
So I like to have directors I can trust, who I know will get the jokes and will make them work. For me, it's like if I do all the hats, I get exhausted. Like when I direct things, like when I'm there, I'm on top of it. I'm trying to find out the funniest thing, how it works. But when I get home, I take a 3-hour nap. Like, but
You're done.
yeah,
You're done.
But for me, like writing gives me energy, and I will go to spot. I'll write for 3-4 hours, and I'm just like on top of the world. And like
Wow.
I'm not tired at all.
Yeah.
But directing drains me. Producing as well. Like I like producing, but like it's also I don't like call sheets. I don't like organizing stuff.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
do it because like for Aaron and Ever's Adventures and a lot of things I've done. if I can count on myself, and I know if I do it, like I set deadlines, I talk to the actors, I say I go to the Cheetah Country Club, find out what the best day to film something is. Usually it's Sundays and Mondays.
Yeah.
Especially in Buffalo, like any restaurants, go there Sundays and Mondays. They're not as busy as. Don't never go there on a Friday or Saturday.
Right.
But writing's my thing though. Writing is like I love having story. I love creating jokes. If I can just focus as a showrunner on the scripts, I can make sure there's 3 jokes per page, or like make sure the story is in flow. And the table reads are my favorite part, and I can just keep writing more.
Yeah.
I think with like Aaron right now, I'm writing and directing every episode, so I can't really focus on the next episode till I shoot this one. So the next one is going to be like
I was just going to ask you, what's it going to be?
The next
Can you give us a little?
Yeah.
And are we in it?
You guys aren't in it. So it's just the two
I'm
of them.
just kidding.
Summertime vacation.
It's a national. So every episode right now is a holiday, and it's National Ice Cream Day in July. So this one's called.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this one's titled "I Scream, You Scream, We're Both Lactose Intolerant."
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so that's the one we're working on right now. I have a script for it done, but I want to punch it up a little bit. I'll probably talk to Tony and Mickey about it this week.
Well, let's talk about a couple other things here.
Yeah.
Love at First Spite.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I got to tell you, it's a feature length.
Yeah.
And I saw it.
How long ago did you write that?
So I wrote that actually as a TV pilot in 2019. And my friends and I did the Christmas Staycation, which is the Zoom movie we did during the pandemic. And we decided when the pandemic was ending, let's make a film, because we had a friend whose house we could film at. So we wrote the movie me and my 2 friends wrote it together in 2021. And those 2 friends are actors, and they also are huge. Like one of the main people in it, and the other one's like the 5th biggest character in it.
You did that in 2021?
Yeah, we filmed it, and we filmed principal photography, and we wrote it in 2021, and then we did some reshoots in 2022, and it's been in post-production for a while, but like the music's really good. Like it was a while in post-production, also because like we didn't have that much money to do post-production. Right. So we're like, if anyone wants to, we're like, this person, take your time.
So you did it. But it really came out very well. And it's very funny. Yes. And if you get a chance to see it, and it's on where now?
It's on Amazon now, commercial free, but you can rent it. It's also on Tubi with commercials, Roku. It's about, like, just look up Love at First Spite movie. It's a wedding comedy.
I was going to say, give us the synopsis of it.
Yeah. It's about these 2 brothers, and the older one's getting married. On the day of the wedding, him and his brother, who's the best man, watch a video from their dead dad. And the dad says in the video, "Congratulations, Chaz or Milton, whoever's getting married. I want to let you know that your mom and I decided that whoever got married first, we would give you the house."
I think I saw clips of this. Yeah.
The house is a gigantic, like, mansion. And the younger brother is like, "What? Like, I have nowhere to live, and now you're giving it to my brother." So he decides he's going to marry the maid of honor, who's the sister of the bride, in the backyard. So it's a front yard bougie wedding versus like a backyard, like hickey dicky wedding, and whoever gets married first.
It's a race to the race to the altar.
Sibling rivalry wedding comedy,
and it's hilarious.
So now, did you get any bites on that from anybody?
We got distribution, which is awesome. That's why it's on Amazon, and it's on Tubi and Roku and all that stuff too. We tried getting a star for, like, 2021. We tried getting a star, but it was way too much money.
What does that mean?
So like a star is like an A-lister, pretty much, is like, so like, you go to the movies to like sometimes go.
I
don't know. I'm a big Tina Fey fan, so anything Tina Fey's in, I'm gonna watch.
Right. Yeah.
But like we're trying to get like an A-lister, someone who's well known, and everyone we were contacted was too expensive, so we're like, let's just make it ourselves, because we had like this month of August that we could use this house. Our friend Julia said, you can use this house in August, like it's the least busiest time.
Yeah.
It's actually 2 houses next to each other, but we kind of cheat it in the movie to make it look like one giant house. So we knew that we had this window, and we just made it in like 2 weeks, then we just pickups in 2022. But yeah, it was done in like 2024, and then we tried. I'm one of the 5 producers, but again, producing is like, writing's my thing.
Yeah.
Producing. So one of the kind of like the lead producer, he tried finding distribution through different places, but because we didn't have an A-lister, that kind of hurt us a little bit. But then I knew a distribution company who distributed the Christmas Staycation film, which again, it's like it's a pandemic Christmas. It's all on Zoom. It's also really funny. It's an ensemble comedy. And the distribution company saw the trailer for Love at First Bite. I sent it to them and they like sent us the whole movie, and they loved it.
Wow.
So yeah, so they got it on Amazon. I think in November, and now because it's wedding season, it's on everywhere else.
Oh,
And we're
wow.
promoting it a lot more.
Did you shoot that all out in LA?
Yeah, we shot the whole thing
When
in
you
LA.
were out in LA?
Yep. I was in LA till we shot probably 80% of it in 2021. And then my wife and I came here Christmas 2021, and she was like, let's get a house here. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't afford a house in LA. It was no way. And we lived in a small apartment in Hollywood for like 8 years, way too long, because it was getting cramped and too much stuff. So they actually ended up shooting a lot of it, the other 20% without me, because I was already back here in March 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's like the Uber shots, anything that's not house related, we kind of shot in 2022, all in LA though. And it's funny because like the 5 producers, only 2 of them, I think only 1 of them is still in LA.
Right.
The other 4, 3 are from Mexico, and I'm in Buffalo.
I was going to ask, is there anybody else that was producing or working on it that was from Buffalo?
No, I'm the only one.
You're the only one local that was on that.
Yeah, it's pretty much all my LA friends, and because we had a group called Deadline Junkies, which is like we did table reads once a week, every Tuesday or every Wednesday. There's it's a writing and acting group, and so a lot of the actors who do our table reads for the writers, we cast. So we all shot it together. So it's pretty much, I think it's pretty much all LA people.
And has anyone from the movie gone on to do other things that you know of?
Gloria,
there was some. I mean, it's very well done. I mean,
yeah.
From the production quality, the sound, sets, the script, the acting is outstanding.
Yeah. It just came out, so not sure if they've gotten things yet. But I know the one actress, Gloria Garayua, she's in a scene or two. She was on like Grey's Anatomy and Fun with Dick and Jane and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's done a bunch. She was probably our biggest actress. And then I think they're doing stuff, but I can't remember offhand.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget we're live on TikTok. Teed Up with Phil and Cindy.
Yep.
Just a reminder. Follow us and subscribe.
Yes.
So what's coming up in our last 4.5 minutes? What's the future besides Aaron and Abby? What else have we got?
Aaron and Abby's is my biggest thing right now. That's a good question. I think I'm just gonna keep writing Aaron and Abby's adventures. I'm gonna kind of do more holidays. I'm gonna sit back and doing another movie for a little bit. Just enjoy, like, promote Love at First Bite for the next year, probably, especially the summertime because it's wedding season.
Yeah.
So I think right now it's mostly promoting those 2 things. Oh, and the 48, of course. We're doing the 48 in August.
Right.
So,
And that keeps you busy too.
yes, that's like a whole month for, even though it's only 2 days.
So
it's
now
a lot
when you talk about promotion, what exactly do you do?
Yeah.
So I have a Love at First Bite, or making a lot of little clips that we put on Instagram.
Okay.
Or like if I don't have TikTok, but if I did, I put it on there too.
Yeah.
On YouTube, I do like YouTube shorts. I'm doing like podcasts like this. I have my own podcast that I got to cut some episodes where I interview some of the actors for it. And then for Aaron and Abby's Adventures, we have the Instagram, Aaron and Abby. It's all A's. So like there's literally 4 A's.
And you have your own. It has your own account for Instagram for Aaron and Abby's Adventures, and Facebook has their own.
I just started the
just
Facebook
the Facebook
2 years ago, and I emailed you guys.
That's why I mentioned it.
And Mickey invited like 1,000 people already, and there's like 50. I had to update
Wow.
a whole bunch of it yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh,
she
Mickey.
knows.
So,
That is
that's
amazing.
wonderful.
yeah.
That's wonderful. You know, we've had Jordan on. We gotta get our other people on from Aaron and Abby's Adventures too.
Yeah.
You had
We'll have
Tony
some of the
before.
Yes,
we've had
but
Tony
yeah,
on.
Tony
So,
actually was one of our pretty much. That was like
he was
like
early in the show. He was our
early in the
fifth show. I
yeah,
think
that's
fifth or sixth
Tony
show.
Grande to New York.
And but
NY.
maybe we should have him on in character.
Yeah.
But I saw
Yeah.
one with Sean Sanders.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
I
Yes.
saw some of that
And
one.
you hit a lot of the Buffalo spots, so you're giving props to a lot of the Buffalo.
Yep.
Right.
I know you did a lot, like the lobster one. That's
Yeah.
what Sean was in the lobster
the
one,
lobster
I think,
one,
right?
right.
Yeah, that's all on board.
It is so funny. I had a lobster pin
Yes.
on.
Someone called.
And I had
Somebody
a
said
lobster
that.
purse, and I had, because my daughter's like, hey, they liked your lobster, and it
They did
happened
say that.
like it was a
Yeah.
throwback.
It was a callback to the Leap Day episode.
Yeah, so that was kind of, and I didn't even know that. So
Oh, we got to remember all.
And I was
those
like, it's
things.
totally on purpose. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That is so wonderful. I mean, So we do have the 48 coming up.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
And
We're
we
so
never
excited
know
for it.
what to expect for the 48.
Never.
Yeah.
But
Never.
that's kind of where we all met, obviously.
Yeah.
We've met so many.
What was your film last year?
Last year we did Positively Dead.
What
It
was-
It was about this influencer in a graveyard.
Where she
called it
went
the
around
Oh,
and-
I saw
with
it.
the-
Yeah,
with
that
the
was
stethoscope,
great.
right?
Yeah.
That is such a funny one. Too.
That was
and
great.
I like that one too.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
I
We
remember that
We
one.
won audience favorite on Saturday, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That was really
Yeah.
good. That was really funny.
Of course, he won something.
Well,
right.
they
Yeah.
write some good. There's some.
Yeah.
I won
There's
the Ruler
great
Supreme of
talent
the
in
48 last year too.
You
So I'm gonna give it
did?
to someone else this year too. Yeah, I didn't no idea, but yeah, I won
That's right. You were
the
you were
Ruler Supreme.
Ruler
of the 48.
Supreme. Remember?
You were.
with the-
I
remember we were all on
what-
stage.
Yes.
Yes.
Myself,
No,
Jordan.
I wasn't on
and
stage. I was
4
in the
others, right?
audience.
Or they had 5 or
Yes.
6 of us up
Yeah,
there, right?
me,
Something
you-
I
like
remember that.
Was Ryan there? No, Ryan couldn't make it. I forgot who the other two were.
they had like 5 of us up there, but yeah, we were all
Wow.
spirit of the 48.
I remember that.
So yeah, that's always fun. I love the 48. I love doing the 48. We got
Yeah.
a great team.
We love the
you guys
48.
have a
That's
great
how I
team.
met.
Buffalo
That's how I
community,
met
too.
my Philly.
Yeah.
From the
But
48.
we've met so many different people
Yeah.
and made some great connections.
Yeah.
And
We sure did.
There's so
are-
much talent in Buffalo. It's
there is a
crazy,
lot of
like-
talent, and it brings us back to.
Yeah, and hopefully people will go into the 48 and watch all the films.
And I think we're going to
Yeah.
try and have Jordan Lima on again
Yeah, we would
to,
love
to
to.
promote the 48 some more. But we want to thank you for coming on the
Thank
show,
you so
Jordan.
much. And thank
you.
you for having us on Aaron and Abby's
Oh
Adventure.
God, yes,
Yeah.
It was so fun.
that
Yeah.
was outstanding. I can't tell you how much fun I had doing it.
Yeah, you
And
were.
then
Yeah.
And I
everybody-
love the Father's Day episode. I thought Phil
Yeah.
killed
You
it.
did. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
get out.
so good. So good. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you watch it.
Oh my God!
Along
Aaron-
with the other ones because they're hilarious.
Yeah.
I want to thank Jordan. Thank you for coming.
Oh, we're
At
cooked.
the time-
Oh,
yeah. Thank you for having me.
what the heck was that? That was my
Yeah.
my head going up, my brain going up.
Yeah.
Jordan, thank you for coming on.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Jordan. It's
thank
been a
you.
pleasure.
We loved having you. We loved being in Aaron and
Loved.
Abby's Adventures.
Loved it.
Check out Jordan, Aaron and Abby's Adventures.
Yeah.
Love at First Spite. Christmas Staycation. They're
Yeah.
on Tubi. They're
And
on
tell us
Amazon.
your Buffalo. Tell us your production company again.
Funny Buffalo Films. So YouTube.com/Funny Buffalo.
We'll put
Right.
that up too,
And then Instagram, I'm at Funny Buffalo on Instagram, and then also Aaron and Abby's on Instagram, and then yeah.
along with Facebook as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you,
subscribe,
Jordan.
subscribe,
everyone.
subscribe.
That's it for this week on
out.
Tee It Up with Phil and Cindy.
Yes.
We're live, and now we'll say
guys.
goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Wait, I was talking with my sister yesterday, and she mentioned a new country club in Cheektowaga. I think it opened last year.
Yes, new place.
Yeah. Do you want me to get the info and book it for you?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I will text my sister and call them today, and we'll book it.
Are you sure this is the right place?
Yeah, this is the Cheektowaga Country Club.